Co, I saw your response to, and I kind of, we talked about it in our Discord about Tim's comment about gaming
yeah.
being dead. Do we want to talk about that? I thought that was a rather interesting point that I've used a lot of my brain to mull over this past week.
Well, I think it's kind of an issue that the whole situation came down to an issue of sensationalism and perspective. So Tim has been doing relatively the same thing for his entire streaming career. Few games, same general thing, kind of does his thing. He's been very consistent over his career as well. He's gotten great numbers, usually in 5 digits. But at the same time, he's never been like one of the breakouts. You know, like he's not, you know, a ninja. He's not a Kai Cenat. He's always been, because he's a game streamer. So he made a comment which went viral where he basically was saying like game streaming is dying. All these IRLs are getting, or RL streaming is getting huge. You know, that's the next big thing, et cetera, et cetera. And all I did was just, and again, I knew what I was doing when I was responding to it. It was the Dexerto tweet, for God's sake.
You were sitting on the beach thinking, fuck, I'm bored.
Well, I was in my hotel room actually. Yes. But anyway, so I just, you know, it was, there were a lot of people responding to the tweet that didn't really kind of get the situation. So I just put a response up. I was like, look, here's the deal. Game streaming is not dying. You know, I've been doing this 12 years. I follow all the data all the time. It's not dying. It's just IRL streaming has come onto the scene. It has much more of a general, broad audience, which means it's going to have more numbers overall as more people find out about it. But there's always going to be people that want to watch gaming. That's going to get bigger as well. In fact, the trends are going up for game streaming, just not for Tim, unfortunately, in all regards. Because again, he's not really, you know, there's not really a lot of super popular things that Tim plays that are out right now. Which again makes perfect sense why he's not like in a big number thing right now. So it's just that situation. Somebody was responding to that being like, man, good job burning Tim. I didn't burn Tim, man. Like this.
Yeah, I don't
Tim's
think
a good
so
dude. No, it was Tim was one of the first people I subbed to on this platform. It was just, you know, it was a conversation. It's like, we're good. It's just in Tim's perspective, it makes sense that he thinks the way he does, but game streaming's fine. We're good. Like, don't think we're dying. We're good. Things are great over here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I saw it randomly on like a TikTok thing because it definitely got clipped, and then it blew up much after that with Dexerto and your response. And I definitely thought a lot about it. Then I started thinking kind of what you just said, like, well, COD and like that realm of gaming is definitely not in a great place right now.
No, it is not.
And so for him to say what he said, I've definitely said probably on this very show years ago, like, yeah, gaming sucks. And it was probably because the games that I play at that time were not doing great, right?
Yep.
And so it's all perspective in your own bubble in a lot of ways.
Meanwhile, Tim is perfectly positioned as one of the highest like COD streamers on average to where if a giant COD comes out, he's going to have like 60, 70, 80K, 100K streams. So yeah. It's that kind of thing. Like when you're a game streamer, you're much more about riding the waves. You have to take your stream where the viewers are going. But when you're an IRL streamer, a lot of times you are the event. So as long as you are continuing to be entertaining, as long as you're continuing to put on big productions and shows and stuff, then people will keep coming. Mm-hmm. So it's a different way to stream. When you're doing game streaming, you're not necessarily the full star of the show. People could like you, but not like the game you're playing and just not want to watch you. So it's like, you know, that's just part of the game. Comes with the territory. But it means that it's going to be very different to IRL, and it's always going to be different.
Yeah. I started also to think about the idea that there are classes, variety, there are, I guess, types of streamers. And I'm saying this not in a derogatory way. I would actually include myself in this in a lot of ways, especially at different points in the career where there's streamers that like chase the viewer game, right? The viewership game. And I feel like Tim has had the, again, not in a derogatory way, the privileged position where he didn't have to do that for so long. And so like maybe...
Yeah, he was the dude. He was in many ways still is the top of the pile.
Yeah, I mean, he just came off of a massive Marvel Rivals push like 6 months ago or whatever that was. So it's very interesting to me just to see like all of the different type of streamers that exist respond to this in so many different ways. because there's so many different ways to take it for sure. And Tim took it as, well, I'm going to go gamble in CS2. And that's what he's been doing for the past week with Nade Shot. And they're doing just fine. Nade Shot blew like $30,000 on cases and got a massive audience in that. So, you know, he's doing okay. He's doing
Tim's doing just fine.
Yeah, his private jet was delayed a little bit, and so they got to spend some more money on stream. That's not me being a jackass. His literal private jet was delayed. So,
that's real? That was a joke. So
he had to do a couple more cases. Yeah. He's doing just fine. It's a really, it was actually a very entertaining stream with Nate Shot and Tim. They're a pretty funny duo. So
he finally got his knife.
Yes, I saw the clip as well. They finally got he broke even getting a $2,000 knife. He spent $30K.
Yeah, he lost like $28,000.
Yeah, something like that. Very insane. Very insane.
I tell you, man.
Oh, I didn't know he pulled 20K gloves.
Oh, did he?
Twitch is fucking cyclical, man. I feel like CS2 and CS gambling, just like, it's one of the truisms of this platform. It always comes back to CS boxes, loot boxes, where everyone, that's like the old faithful.
Well, no. Speaking of cyclical, like, it's just crazy how it's going from, it went from Justin TV, and then the gaming section of Justin TV became Twitch, and now we're back to Justin TV again, and I'm wondering if it's going to be like Twitch 2, just gaming.
Well, isn't it the 10-year? Is it the 10-year TwitchCon anniversary or the 10-year Twitch anniversary?
10th annual TwitchCon.
10th annual TwitchCon. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Because Twitch was. When did they rebrand Twitch? 2013, or was it 24? I forget the exact year that they rebranded. Maybe they've already passed their 10-year thing. It was June 2011. Okay, that seems way too early, but who knows what time is anymore? I don't know anything. Anyways,
June 2011 was when Twitch. Oh my God.
When Twitch became Justin TV became Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I still remember being in the car, being in like the Uber with DJ Wheat and Fish Sticks, and I forgot, maybe it was Slasher was the fourth in that car. Oh yeah, maybe John.
John.
At PAX, going to the first ever Twitch party after they had just got purchased by Amazon, and being like, man, this is really weird, guys, isn't it? You guys are all, you're going to be very rich soon. It was a fun car ride, to say the least, which then led into the party and yada, yada, yada. All those, I can't believe that was a decade plus ago. Anyways, let's stop reminiscing. Yeah, I don't want to be I don't want to turn the show into that, so we should probably talk about games that we've been playing.
You guys remember back when...
Yeah.